I said, why did this Nico Barga, why did he have to die early? You know, he has such a powerful inspiration. This song is ageless. You know, it was played in the 70s, I guess, and it's still very green today because it tells the reality of motherhood. Loretta, you were dancing to it.
Yes, it's a music that anywhere is played,
Yeah.
you just must move. You must move. Anywhere is played. It doesn't matter if you're in the mood. It doesn't matter if you're in the mood or not. Once you hear it,
You must.
yes.
That's the first guy that played a song for mothers, and all of us appreciate him. And I thank God he has children as well who are carrying on the legacy.
Yeah.
All right, in case you're just tuning in, we're talking about International Mother's Day. I know most people celebrated in March, like in Nigeria. Most people celebrated in March, April, the Anglicans, the Catholics, the Orthodox, and all that. Okay, there are the Orthodox churches, Pentecostals too. Some of them celebrated, and some are yet in Nigeria to celebrate. I know some do their Mother's Day around August. But internationally, Mother's Day is celebrated second week of May every year. Is that what? Second Sunday. Yeah, second Sunday in May every year. So we're celebrating mothers, talking about their sacrifice and how they stay afloat, how a mother combines so many things to stay afloat. Now, the origin of Mother's Day are celebrated in the United States. This back to 19th century, in the year before the Civil War. And Reeves Jarvis of West Virginia helped start Mother's Day work clubs to teach local women how to properly care for their children. Okay, these clubs later became a unifying force in a region of the country still divided over the Civil War, and it goes on and on and on to tell us about Mother's Day. Other early Mother's Day pioneers include Juliet Calhoun Beckley, a temperance activist who inspired a local Mother's Day in Albion, Michigan in the early 1870s. The duo of Mary Tolles Sasson and Frank Herring. Meanwhile, both worked to organize a Mother's Day in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. Some have even called Herring the father of Mother's Day. Can you beat that? The father of Mother's Day. Okay. Following the success of First Mother's Day, Jarvis, who remained unmarried and childless her whole life, resolved to see her holiday added to the national calendar, arguing that American holidays were biased towards male achievement. She started a massive letter writing campaign to newspapers and prominent politicians urging the adoption of a special day honoring motherhood. And here in our climate in Nigeria, we can see that mothers make a lot of sacrifice. So, Loretta, you have more things to say about Mother's Day celebration. You have the floor.
Thank you very much, Rachel. Seriously, I don't even have any other thing to say because the music have said it all. The Vox Pops had also added so much. You know, people have contributed to what motherhood is, the sacrifices mothers make for their children. And for me, seriously, motherhood is an innate thing. You know, it's breed from inside. It's not something that is just outward. It's an inward thing. Whether you're married or you are not married, you have children or you do not have children, it is there. You always look for a way, you know, to exemplify that motherly love in you, that milk of motherhood. It is there. Nobody can remove it. Even if you're not married, you don't have children. And if you have children also, you now see that there are so many things a woman needs to do. So much expectation on a mother. So much task. So much task, you know, and expectations on her as a woman that is married, as a mother. And this task do not come easy. Right from the day you're married, you get pregnant. The pregnancy period is the one hell of a challenge and task for a mother. Carrying another human being in her for 9 months.
Some have to be admitted for a whole 9 months in the hospital during pregnancy. The doctor will tell you, okay, you need bed rest for 3 months, you need bed rest for 6 months, just because you want to bring forth a life.
So the sacrifice cannot be equaled anywhere, and it can also not be overemphasized. It's everywhere. Once you look around you, you see a mother. You just see everything. You don't need to start talking about it. In short, I don't know what to say, because sometimes when I think about what motherhood is, it's not just a lip service. That is why also when I think of violence against women and children and women and girls, I am overwhelmed, with tears and pains. How could a mother that have given so much be at the detriment of a man, or even her own children, beating her up? So it is something you cannot even imagine. It is way, way out of our little imagination. So motherhood is not just what we are seeing. It's beyond that. It is beyond that. Giving a life, training and nurturing that life from the day one till the day the person dies. Because it is not just a day thing. It is not until she's 10 years or 20 years or 50, but until death do you part. You continue to show that motherly love. You continue to train that person, direct that person, instruct that person. Whether he's married, she's not married, whether he's on his own or on her own. The onus is on you as a mother. And that is why the Igbo people say mother is supreme.
Okay.
Aside God, the next thing they say that is supreme is mother. Because of all the work God has given you to do as a mother.
Okay, Loretta, can we compare motherhood in the days of our mothers and now? Now the woman has to grapple with taking care of the husband, taking care of the children, going to work. You still come back and take care of the family and taking care of even your children. Even when they get married, you still keep following up on them. Can you compare? Was it more difficult in those days or now?
It's more difficult now.
Why do you say so?
Because mothers are now also career women.
Okay.
And because you are a career woman, you will not also neglect your home. So you still be trying to make sure that you meet up with all those expectations. And just trying alone is an enormous task. It's an enormous challenge. Trying to be a good mother and as well as a good employee.
A good wife too.
Or a good wife. Because, another thing that is a very huge challenge is communication. You're trying to communicate with your children in the language they will understand. And you are grappling with communicating with your husband for him to understand you also as a wife and as a husband to you. And also trying to communicate with others around you. People living around you, your neighbors, your siblings, your parents, trying to make sure that at every point you are understood. But it is not that easy. Because you are always misunderstood. No matter how much you try to make sure that you are understood, you still see that you are being misunderstood. So what I'm trying to say is that we should try to sometimes, put ourselves in another person's shoe, so that you will understand where that person is coming. That is why we say we shouldn't be judging people so much, because you don't know where that person's journey started and how far he or she has gone, or how far she still have to go. And that is how it is with motherhood. This person is passing through a lot because so much is being expected of her. And she's grappling and trying to make sure that she meets up with that expectations and the trend around her. Because things keep changing.
Motherhood in terms of mothering a child that is used to social media, Facebook and all.
Oh, yeah?
In the days of our mothers, they didn't have to grapple with that.
No, our mothers were more like, sit at home wives.
Moms, yeah.
Except going to the farm. And when they are going to farm, they are going with you. And then life was easier then than now. The insecurity we are having today was not this bad then. There were insecurity, but then the community, it was a communal life. Everybody was looking out for each other and one another. So life was a bit easier.
And there was more love.
There was more, yes. So when you are not there, there's somebody looking after your child, even when you are not there. But now, everybody is minding his or her business. I beg, concern me. I beg.